Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to ROC Season 2. I don't even remember which episode this is, but I know it's going to be an episode of excitement because notice we're on Sixthgods again, which has been such a long time. I believe it's the first time in this episode, in this season, this whole season that we've been on this account. All right. So our opponent, looked like I don't know. I was a little bit suspicious given the name, but from their record, it looks like they're human. All right. To be honest, it's been like a while since I've played on 8Dan account, so hopefully I can still adjust. Actually, the Canadian Open's happening soon, so I better prepare. Alrighty, so on with the game. I went with my go-to opening, and white blocked on the bottom. So then I just pushed a knight's move, pretty casual stuff. Now, for this attachment, definitely there's no reason to take the outside, because I only have a two-space pincer. It's not like I have a huge development, so it doesn't make sense to lose out locally just to gain the correct direction, I guess. So I think I'm relatively happy with this, getting the territory. Now white will probably choose between the lower side or the upper side. Here's a question for everyone watching this video. Is it bigger on the upper side or the lower side? It's a very interesting question. And to be honest, I feel it's really not that different. I mean, you would develop, white develops more if white extends on the top. Black develops more if black extends on the bottom. Neither extension really threatens life and death for any group. So my first instinct is probably just an even result. Oh wow, this is a pretty annoying move for this. Yeah, this is a very common follow-up after black captures the corner. So now I basically have two choices. I can either Atari and Tiger's Mouth, which then would pretty much allow white to live. And then the next way is to Atari and Atari. This one's more complicated, but I think I'm going to go with that one because I don't really like the variation where white escapes. To be honest, I haven't really explored these enough to have a very distinct answer to which one's better. They're pretty similar to me at the moment. So yeah, so of course if black Atari is the other way, white would push out and then push out. And black would still take the corner, but white also pushes through and cuts the black stone off. Okay, so white is trying to gain the better direction here, and I definitely will not allow that. This would give me pretty bad direction. So when white attaches, I think Tiger's Mouth is probably the only move. It's probably not going to be worth it for me to capture the 20 points, well, 20 extra points, and give white the whole lower side. So I'm going to let white escape, and then see what I can do. I can also threaten the upper right group, actually. But I'm still thinking about how to do that right now. I'm thinking of actually just pushing and clamping, but is that going to be too soft? I need a good way to I really need a good way to threaten this group. Because at the moment white will escape, and now if I don't do something good to that, then I'm gonna have to end up running along, and that's probably not something I want. So that's interesting. They're thinking about. I'm not sure what they're thinking about because don't they have to connect now? I'm a little confused because I'm pretty sure white has to connect. So I'm not sure what the delay is. And I've already decided that I should Atari first. But what happens after is still very uncertain. But regardless, we'll have a pretty big fight. So here, white escapes, obviously, and that means I didn't really gain that much territory. So I will have to benefit from the attack enough. Yeah, so I don't know what the holdup with that was, because white definitely had to go there. Maybe they went to the bathroom or something. And instinct tells me I need to jump out. This is a very important shape move. It also makes white pretty awkward on the bottom. White can't do anything down here. So now I'm thinking, okay, now I really have to decide exactly what I want to do to this group on the right. It is indeed a difficult decision. Also, the lower side is quite big now, and I'm not sure if I want white to take it. It's not urgent, but it's sort of just a big move. It looks very big, but I don't think it's urgent right now because I want to deal with the top and the upper right. But the thing is, what do I do here? Or do I just extend? That feels like a very, don't know, it feels a little slow, like it's not taking the initiative, just playing a move on the side. So trying not to play that move right now. I could also attach, which is also something I could do. Now that I think about it, that seems like not a bad idea. I think I'll just attach on Hane. This feels like the thing to do. Although at this point, I'm not sure whether any of these moves are substantially better than any of the other moves. Oh, I played that move way too quickly, so I think that was probably going to be a mistake. It wasn't my intention to run this out right now. I should have Hane'd. I'm not sure why I didn't. I was talking and I lost track. Okay, this is not a good idea. Now I have this group. Well, you got to do what you got to do. So now I have to deal with this. I definitely should have Hane'd. No, what was this? That was just an awkward group, like in the middle of nowhere. Darn. Okay. I'm gonna have to try and get the upper side still, I think. Oh man. What a terrible way to continue. Okay, so I'm gonna try to see if I can maneuver this. High pincer or something? Because the upper side is clearly the more important area. It's now very awkward to take it after I extend. I don't know why did I extend? Oh man. It's definitely the first very clear mistake that I made in this game. Oh no. Okay, so why just ignored me? Okay. So they think that my move is Gote. Now, is it? Well, there isn't something not really anything I can do immediately, but I think I can do a pretty big follow-up move, though. Does Hani do anything? Probably not, right? I can't cut right now, so I'm not really much of a threat to white. Okay, I'm just going to extend this out because I feel like this is also quite big. I've been talking about this for a bit. It feels like a pretty big move, so let's try it. It also makes white pretty awkward here. White's group is quite heavy, but can't really do anything about it at the moment. Oh, attach. Okay. I'm very tempted to do something aggressive. Okay, so I'm just gonna look to see whether that's a fitting move here. I think so. I'm not sure what white is gonna do after this. Just turn, or this is interesting because all of a sudden this game got very complicated. So white does need to crawl. The big question is, can I escape and sente? This has become a very interesting game already. So I'm gonna have to do knight's move. I'm pretty sure that threatens being close, and I'm pretty sure white can't ignore that. But there is the off chance that they do. Because after the diagonal, the descent is huge. It's absolutely huge. So the big question right now is, can I enclose this group in one move? And that's the pressing question right now. I think white has to do something in the corner. If black descends, okay. Okay, it's always that as I speak, my opponent chooses the other variation, but of course I will descend now, because now this whole white group is also not alive, and this seems like not a bad fight for black. I'm not sure why white is coming from this direction, because it doesn't really make sense. Pushing doesn't really help white do anything in this direction. And white's going to have to jump out anyway. So I don't think white gained anything from this push exchange. But I do have to decide whether or not. So if white jumps in now, do I tiger smoke to extend out? What? Gotta be. This is not serious, is it? Can I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can push. They can't be serious. This is not working. So my opponent made a pretty devastating reading mistake, and I'm pretty sure they're in big trouble now, because the wedge obviously doesn't work currently. But if white does connect these stones back, then I've got another sente here. And I can just... What? I got a first move here. Don't I very convincingly capture this? Am I missing something? Okay. It's worth spending our overtime here, because it's one of the most critical moments of this game. It's right just about to come up. This is an interesting shape. It is a lot of pressure on me because if I don't capture this, well, the same, well, a lot of bad things will happen. Let's just say that. Well, it's not really devastating, but I should get something in return. I think I can get a lot in return. It's a very complicated situation, actually, because the moment white attaches, the timing, the timing at which white attaches is also interesting. But I think regardless, white got literally 1 point, as long as I don't have to deal with this group later. Meaning that when white breaks out, I can still... When white breaks out, I'm relatively strong. Then I should be okay. And also notice that white barely has any liberties for this whole group, which is also a problem. Well, I think I should... Wait, I can hide this way also. I have a lot of choices here. I'm pretty sure I just capture this. Does white have a strong... Okay, so I do see something for white. I might have made the wrong choice here. That is a bit annoying. Because if white does escape, I don't really gain that much. This is annoying because white can attach. I don't know how I misconsidered that. I didn't really consider white's attachment. I should have haunted the other way because then white can't attach. This makes a huge difference. Very bad choice from me. Okay, so we do have to work a lot harder to win this game because white just escaped, and nothing obvious that we gain from this after attaching. White has escaped. Not sure why I didn't look at this move, because now it just seems like such an obvious choice. This is bad. This is bad. This Atari doesn't really do too much. Yeah, definitely lost a bit here. I should definitely come back and review this because it seems like a very critical moment of this game, which I think I didn't choose a very good move. Well, what can you do? Let's see how this game continues, because it's still long from over. White attached. This is interesting too. This is a bit unexpected. I don't think there's anything else I can do other than jump, so I'm going to probably just jump first. And then the next thing. What's also annoying about this for me is that white is already connected too, which also is very... It kind of lost the purpose of this whole thing. I don't know what I'm doing here, because white reduced my corner and connected all back. Not the best result, as you can tell. Well, luckily, there's still a lot of uncertain areas on the board, including this group right now that we're trying to attack. Yeah, I don't even have to settle my own group here. Oh. White still wants the stone. Okay. I want to try to bully this group as much as I can, because right now my group is extremely weak and I have to spend a lot of inefficient moves just to protect it. I do see a sequence that might work. Keyword here is might. Let's see if it actually does. It's kind of interesting though. Another interesting variation here. What is white going to do about this? It's the question I'm asking my opponent. Also, the other thing I'm looking at is this wedge and connect. At the moment it looks extremely aggressive, but given enough moves it could work. Huh. I'm going to try to get some forcing moves here. I think I could pull it off. Because right now white's tiger's mouth is not directly sente. Wait, why does white want to pawn out this way? This doesn't seem like a good direction for white. I think I'll just extend. My exchanges should have guaranteed that my group was safe enough. Still looking at this wedge, and I think my opponent probably realizes that now. What? Is this the right place to play? Okay, well, I'll just respond here. It's interesting that white is completely ignoring my attachment in the upper right corner just to play these Sente moves. But I wonder what they're getting at. There's just something that I missed again. Hopefully that's not true. Okay, just the connection. Okay, then I'm completely not worried about. These are all bad exchanges. It made me stronger and it got rid of Aji. I also have attachments. Also, getting the turn makes my whole connection a lot stronger than before. So white is definitely going to answer my attachment now. And I'm still looking at this wedge, and I think I can make it work. Whoa. White's just completely ignoring this this thing. That's very interesting. That was a bad exchange. That was a very bad exchange. Oh no. Okay, I got a little nervous on my time there. I gotta capture, otherwise that whole shape is very strange. Well, this definitely doesn't capture my stuff. So I'm not worried about territory just yet. I'm actually a little bit worried about the whole life and death situation in this whole group. Trying to get at my cut here. Well, I'm trying to be more efficient here, and I've been staring at this attachment because I played that move 10 moves ago, and it's still a thing, so that's gotta be pretty important now. And also the wedge, which I've been looking at for a while, so at least one of those things have to be important right now. Huh. Okay, that's an interesting move that I should think a little more about. So big waste of co-threads, but okay, I need to think about this more. Descend. Do I want to descend first? Maybe I do. Okay, no, probably not. Okay, there's a lot of things going on here. And I'm kind of losing track, as you can probably tell. I'm trying to descend this out in the future, but maybe it's too much. Like that thread is too far away into the future that it's not important enough. That's quite possible. Okay, so at least I got my Hane. Okay, I've been looking at the same thing for like the whole game. Yeah, so I think this is important because after, well, first of all, if I escape, white has a whole bunch of cutting points. After white Hanes, I can just connect because the Hane just. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm pretty sure I can cut right now, can't I? Okay, I should be much more thorough here with the reading. Connect. Okay, dragged out another group. We'll see. Um, we'll see how this one goes. What I'm trying to do here is get the territory on the top. You've got to be kidding me. I missed this Atari? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. This is like the worst thing. Oh, oh wait, White Hane too, what? I'm just not seeing anything today. Okay. Okay. Probably have to clamp to escape. That's the only way. Because if I cut, white pulls back. There's no way. I just have to clamp under. After I clamp, I'm wondering if I can get a push here. Okay. Okay, hopefully it doesn't affect my center too much. Man, I'm just not seeing anything today. So I have an Atari here, which means okay. How's the territory? It's not looking good because I'm gonna have to crawl in the second line because of my earlier mistake. Just absolutely not seeing anything in this episode. Okay, well, let's crawl back to home. Let's crawl back home. Well, I guess I could jump again. I think it's gonna be a little bit better. At least I can. So I've guaranteed an eye here, so I don't have to worry about connecting dies if I'm all connected to the right side. I might be doing okay in terms of territory. Actually, someone just commented that. I might be doing okay in terms of territory. There's absolutely no time for me to do an estimate on the board right now. But is my center gonna die? It's a group after group. I did get the attach and haunting, which is quite good, because at least my right group is very, it's prospering with eyes and stuff. This move I shouldn't be really afraid of. White's pretty weak still. There's push here. So if I just extend... Okay, we should be reading more for these variations. Don't want to make the same mistake again. Yeah, there's a lot of built-in points right now for white, which is very annoying. So this seems like it's not going to seal, if I am correct here. I'm pretty sure white can't seal us because the tiger's mouth is sente. This is 100% sente for white. Yeah, so white's going to have to connect back. Do I have a Tsuji here? God, I need a Tsuji now. If there was one in this game, this is the time. Come on, go gods, give me the Tsuji. Is there a Tsuji here? So if white diagonals, is there a Tsuji? It looks like there might be one. Can I diagonal? Actually, even if that doesn't work, this is an interesting move. Huh. They're obviously reading that out right now. Oh, okay. I was sort of anticipating this sort of thing. That was a very vague statement there, but okay. This is interesting. This move might be a little soft here, but I guess I'm just worrying about my own safety right now. It's a relatively soft move in this situation. Just can't read this out. Yeah, it's... Oh. Okay, my opponent's actually afraid that I would make an eye here. Interesting. Didn't really look much into that. Okay. My extension was so bad. Okay. It actually seems kind of hard to live at the moment. Huh. I think I'll try and connect, but then... Okay. Is this group gonna die? I can't believe I got myself so close to this situation. How did this group get close to dying? How can this group die? Whoa. Is my opponent trying to kill me? This looks so obvious, isn't it? Oh. Well, I do have the wedge now. Okay, so I think I'm reading clearly at the moment. I think I'm reading clearly at the moment. There is a wedge. Because my Atari over here is Sente. Will I have enough co-threads given the sheer amount that I've wasted? It's a pretty heavy coat for white as well, luckily. Huh. The co-thread situation is very interesting too, because when I play co-threads here, they are losing points, or they're I mean, it's a loss, but it's. Oh, okay. My opponent didn't capture that way. Okay, so white can also push there. And all of my connection stuff for co-threads for white. I think co-threads are basically worth points now, so maybe I'll just throw in first. Co-threads are basically points at this point. Okay. I mean, I shouldn't have thrown, I guess. You always save the ones that are worse for last. And I can pretty much just connect and escape if I really have to. Okay, yeah, fine. This I definitely have to answer, but... And then I throw in. I think I have to throw in. It's not it's not even a difference. What am I? Why am I even considering the peep versus the throw in? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so wait. Really? Am I missing something again? Really? That can't be right. Because black can still connect back here on the right side. And this is still a coalesced white just captures the 1. And then I can capture first. Because now we're threatening to connect. Yeah, so after all of this, white didn't really gain that much. Did white gain anything? Can I extend? Can I capture more? Okay, that's the wrong shape, I guess. But this actually feels pretty good. I don't know if it's just a false. Am I dead in the corner? Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I have the descend, so I should be. I should be fine. I'm not dead. Okay, I am alive. Then I do have to give you an estimate here. $41 points for black. It looks like white doesn't have any points from the surface. White has like 20, okay, maybe close to 30. Close to 30 points. Remember, we had the wedge, huh? I do need a lot more stones, though, for it to work. I've been, like, scheming this thing for the whole game, and it doesn't even matter. Maybe it won't even matter at the end. I'll be so disappointed if it just, like, not mattered at the end. Oh, okay. Now, I think I have to, like, I'm pretty sure I have to sacrifice those stones now. But doesn't that work now? I'm pretty sure I can wedge now. Right? Literally, guys, I've been looking at this for like the whole game. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna be so disappointed, even if I win. No, no, I can't believe they saw it. Oh no. Okay, fine. Have it your way. Oh man. It was so close to working. Okay, how's the game going? So I did capture the center, which is quite a big additional territory which I haven't counted. So I'm pretty sure I still won this game. Just based on a very, very quick judgment. I'm pretty sure this is not Ko. Because when I descended Sente, but what's the best way to respond here? I think no matter what, my descend is Sente. Some sort of weird Ko again. We have like so many Kos in this game. And then when white Atari, I throw in and connect. That's not unwinnable for white. It's too heavy. Doesn't work. Good thing I looked at this a little bit before I made the throw in there, because that that extra Ko thread actually mattered quite a bit for us, because it allowed us to throw in, right? And that really caused our opponent to make the mistake. I think if white doesn't capture, it was still very unclear. Oh man, this was a very, very tiring game. But I had so much fun playing it. Oh man. Getting this win, I'm still so disappointed though that we didn't get the wedge and connect. Good game though, good game. Wow. A lot of mistakes were made and a lot of interesting stuff. So I just have to minimize this a little bit to see where's that review button. Where's my... There we go. There's the review button. So given that this episode is already really, really long, I'll just do a very quick recap here. So opening was all fine. Not sure about the attachment, but so this was all fine. Yeah, the first really awkward thing that happened is I didn't Hane, which I very much intended to do so. And then this would be pretty much like this. So the standard thing. Here white gets the better side. And also black doesn't have the ladder. But I think I was actually planning on making this work somehow. Like some strange peep here or something. I think those types of games are the most fun. Just sacrifice the whole top left and like attack. Because I was actually looking at something like this, but then while I was talking, the wrong hand played the incorrect move. So, oh, whoops. I think I accidentally clicked the finish review button. Yeah, so that was the first mistake. And then this part I felt pretty good about, especially after I got the descent. And then when white captured this, I was like, guys, we won this game. We've got this. And of course I made that mistake. So over here, first of all, the exchange here was completely necessary. And something pretty bad that I do is I tell all my students that you should never make unnecessary exchanges if you don't have to. And here I am making my own mistake. Yeah, so if, let's decline that. If black doesn't make that exchange, the corner would be in much less danger. So that would give black the possibility of doing something like that. Because the corner is, it's a boxy 5, so that is a lot of liberties after diagonal and block. And I'm pretty sure that would give black more liberties than white. And as long as the outside, there's nothing too important. At least is a possibility, right? In the game, after I exchanged that really... Oh, whoops. Where's the stop button? Okay, there we go. That's the stop variation button, yeah. In the game, it was just so... At least I should Hane on the outside. I mean... Because here, if white wants to get the attach, white would have to do it this way. And that's like 1,000 times better because white doesn't have the Atari on the outside. It's still arguably not that good for black, but these small differences actually matter a lot in the fight in the middle. And this, as you saw later on, so two relatively big mistakes caused the game back to pretty much even and arguably better for white. I'm pretty sure this is already better for white. And then I was trying to get some forcing moves. I don't really like how white fixes this because there's quite a lot of aji there. But they're like anti-tactic work because during the game I was thinking so much about the wedge and connect that I played a move away from the main fight. So after I attach, I mean, although this is a big move, but that let white gain the full advantage here in the fight, which gave us a pretty hard time. Until later here, the next mistake, I was about to resign when I saw my opponent can Atari, which just... so actually I should just Tiger's Mouth directly. If white fixes, I play the knight's move. If white Hanes, I can cut and connect back myself. So I should have just done that. For some reason, I thought that I had to play here, which, I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. So Sente Gohi here matters so much because white can Hane and completely, completely forced us to play on the first line. So that's what happened in the game. And then the escape route. So the reason why the escape became so bad was because I made the extension. If I just Atari and connect, white can't cut because white gets cut off. So white still has to connect back. And black would have a Sente move here, so it would still be a pretty comfortable escape. The reason why the game went so downhill was because I played the extension move, which is such a slow connection, and then I realized I still have to connect because if black cuts this way, white gets Sente, so black has to connect, but then white could easily make the inside alive. So that's still not working for black. Man, this is like really intense. And this is probably the losing move for white. I don't think white needs to do that. I think white should just Hane outside. Or even, probably even just protect this. Just bamboo or something. Black still has a very hard time getting out. Even if white can just capture the right, I think it would still be a decent game for white, as long as the the wedge and connect doesn't work. So I'm not really sure about this though, but I know for a fact that the choice that white made in the game was a poor one. So this ko, even though it's heavy for both players, black obviously had more local ko threats. So that allowed us to gain here. So I guess what some of you might be wondering is, if white captured here, how would the ko fight go? So at this point, white would have another extension. Now this extension is might not be a ko threat, but let's just say it is. Black has at least the Hane, or even the dumpling move, or also the throw-in. But I was planning on actually, what was I planning on doing? Oh yeah, I was planning on cutting here. Yeah, this cut is a ko threat. and it doesn't really lose too much because, you know, it's still, I can still wedge and connect. The whole game was about the wedge and connect. Okay, so I think black would still have the upper hand though, even if white answered. So this was definitely bad for white because white only just connected back, and allowing black to connect back, white barely gained anything from this whole fight, where white could have at least captured the right. So in the game, even though you saw white capture the right, but white had very big weaknesses. And so even though white realized the cut, but black gaining the middle was enough to secure the win. Black had way more territory than white. And so this ending part was, it didn't work for white, so white resigned there. Overall, very exciting game. I think we haven't had such a close game, lots of co-fights, a lot of excitement. So I personally had a lot of fun playing this game, and I sure hope you enjoyed watching me go on this endeavor. And another good news is that we did win this game, which means we only need one win to get to 9-dan, and we might finally go to a 9-dan series, which this series deserved for such a long time. So the next time we roll a 0, that's going to be the last redemption. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Had so much fun making it, and I sure hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe and check out our membership videos. Check out our Patreon to support us. Ryan here. I'm really need a drink of water. See you guys next time.